Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello to Dr. Nizam and my fellow friends. We are Group 3 from Tutorial 3 are going to share our research that had given about the differences between speaking to inform and speaking to persuade. Before we start, I would like to introduce my groupmate and myself. The first one is NURUL NABIHAH binti OTHMAN, following with FATIN NAJIHAH binti RAZUKI, and myself CARMILA binti JAMAL. And the last one is NURUL AMIRAH binti MANAF. For your information, we had made the interview session in purpose of this task with our interviewee named Encik Shairul Islam Basmullah, a RTM news reader and host in Lensa IPT program. Okay, the first part in this presentation is definition of speaking to inform. According to Michael 2016, informative speaking can be defined as format of the speech that is primarily focused on informing the audience. He stated that this kind of speech explained the simple process of an informative speech as you give some tips on how to make your informative speech more engaging. In other words, informative speaking or speaking to inform is likely the speech that we provide the accurate information and supply the absolute facts to the audience and keep them interested in our topic. At the same time, as the informative speaker will convey the knowledge to the listener without changing their thought or persuade or motivate them to make any decision.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is NURUL NABIHAH binti OTHMAN. Okay, now I will explain the meaning of speaking to persuade. Okay, speaking to persuade is the process of creating, reinforcing, or changing people's belief or action.
Now we are in critical thinking part. Based on our findings, informative speaking can be defined as format of the speech that is primarily focused on informing the audiences. According to our interviewee, informative speaking is kind of information that giving and delivering the knowledge to the audience or listener. In our own words, it is the speech which we gain the accurate information and absolute facts from the speaker without influence our decision making.
Okay, so based on our interviewee, speaking to persuade is a different in such the delivery method, which this kind of speech could motivate the listener and could change the listener's mind and influencing the decision making. In our own words, persuasive speaking is the way how the speaker seeks change listeners' thinking, belief, attitudes, or behavior.
Okay, so now I will continue to the aspect of critical argument for this assignment. In this research, we also found the similarities between speak to inform and speak to persuade. So according to our research, the similarities between both speaks are based on the information. Informative and persuasive speech are using information in delivering the speech to the audience or receiver. Moreover, persuasive speech may also use some of the technique of the informative speech. But according to our interviewee, the similarity of this speech is in terms of confidence. Informative and persuasive speech require the confidence in the speech in order to inform or to persuade the audience. And in our opinion, the similarity of this speech is the engage of audience in a mental dialogue. In the simple understanding is, both speech are lead the audience to think about the information that they had received from the speaker.
Assalamualaikum. My name is FATIN NAJIHAH binti RAZUKI. Okay, now I will talk about the differences between speak to inform and speak to persuade. Okay, from the theory view, informative speech goal is for the audience to have and understand the information. This speech is not to excite the audience member, but rather to provide them with knowledge they did not know before the speech. However, persuasive speech are designed for the audience to not only hear and understand the information, but to use it to be convinced of a viewpoint. The goal of a persuasive speech is not the audience to have information, but rather for them to have a certain view. Okay, from the practical view, according to our interviewee, the difference between speak to inform and speak to persuade is according to the situation. And for the critical argument, in our opinion, we think that speak to inform and speak to persuade are different but have a little common or relationship.
Okay, now to the conclusion of this topic is we can take from Nunan that said speaking is a skill that can be used to communicate, sharing knowledge, giving opinion, express our feeling. Speaking has been classified to monologue and dialogue. The former focus on giving an interrupted oral presentation and the latter on interacting with other speakers. Speaking skills are actually a vitally important method of communication. Besides, speaking plays an important role in every speech, which is providing the message to the audience. But every speech has their own types in order to achieve the goals in those speech. We can conclude that an informative speech aims to inform the audience about a specific topic. A persuasive speech aims to persuade the audience to perform a certain action or convince the audience to adopt the belief or opinion of the speaker. Many speeches will combine feathers of informative and persuasive speech.
Thank you for watching, listening, and spending your time with our videos. See you when I see you. Assalamualaikum and bye.